you mentioned bourbon. We're in Kentucky. We got to go to bourbon.
That's
now,
it.
we wanted to pair our next couple drinks to you a little bit. So
Awesome.
you spent 2 years at UNLV playing. And what we wanted to do is, you like bourbon, we know, but we wanted to do, have you ever had Smoke Wagon before?
I haven't.
So Smoke Wagon's Las Vegas distillery, the master blender over there, his name is Aaron. He is, first off, if you want to talk, you want to look him up on Instagram or anything, you talk about a guy that just doesn't give a fuck.
My kind of guy.
Oh, he's awesome. When I went and tasted with him not too long ago, he sat there and he told me, he was talking about people and all the tasting notes. He said when he first put his first blend together, he gave it up and he gave it to the guy that was going to go sell it and everything for him. He's like, all right, so I need some tasting notes. He said, it's good.
Those are like my tasting notes.
No,
that's all I ever do.
He's like, I need more. Like, I need to know what it tastes like. And he said, it's fucking good.
See, we just change it to it's Firkin good, and then
that's great.
Works out.
That is great.
So yeah, we wanted to pick this Las Vegas whiskey. So he is a beautiful blender out there.
I gotta go visit this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and actually,
see my alma mater.
And when you go, take us with you.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
That's right. Welcome.
So what I also just
be a
learned,
lot more fun.
He just bought 4 acres of land to move his distillery to because he's run out of space right by the stratosphere. So he said he's right next to the stratosphere.
Shit. Wow. Okay.
He said he bought it in 2020. He said everything was, going downhill. He's like, it's probably a stupid decision in 2020. He's like, but I got it for a steal.
Oh, guarantee you that. That's incredible.
He said that there was a bunch of buildings on there, but the appraiser couldn't get in there at that time, so she just sold the building as one piece of land.
Oh, that is great.
So he got everything for it.
Have you guys been there?
Oh
yeah.
Has it been a while since you've been there?
Well, I
went pre-pandemic. He went.
I went in January.
Of this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my wife's birthday. She's never been, so I wanted to
took her out there.
Her. Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
We went and did that. Saw Bruno Mars.
Did you go on top of the stratosphere?
So we didn't go all the way down there.
No. That's
first off,
I'm never going back up there again. Let me tell you right now. Is it crazy?
I would have never done the first time.
Well, I don't like heights.
Just told me that.
I'm like, the closer to the ground I can be, the better.
You and me both.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So what we have here is this. Let me see. What was the proof on this one? I thought it was 100. Yep, 100 proof. So kind of like a little bottle and bond here. Smoke Wagon straight whiskey.
That's good.
Oh, that's delicious right there.
That's
so nice,
flavor.
light.
Here's what I'm hoping, Danny. I kind of teed it up a little bit, but where I thought you would be a great fit for this show is when you did a barrel pick.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the stories that you told. I mean, there was a specific barrel that you picked from.
There was.
And it brought you back to a time with your grandfather.
It
And
did.
I mean, I love that about it because I remember just sitting there like, I want to hear more about this story because you picked it for a specific reason.
That's
The
what I
whole
want to
reason.
hear too.
Look at this guy.
Let's cheers to this way to set us up for this story.
Yeah, he's gonna be the new host
Yeah,
here. Huh?
shit, I'm getting fired. You can't fire me. I have all the whiskey.
No, this is your spot.
That's right.
Your toes are too long. I'm stepping on them right now.
That's right. No, your arm will hurt you. You can't.
That's good, by the way.
Was it Knob Creek? Is that what?
Yeah.
What
So
it was?
we went a little bit smoky, and I think
Sorry, we can
during
always
Christmas
edit it out.
time, my grandfather and I really close. During Christmas time, he brought about I can't remember how many, maybe 7 or 8 different whiskeys and bourbons, and he was really big on tasting them together. And he was getting a little bit older, so we spent time tasting, and it was a memory that kind of stayed with me when he passed away, that I remembered sitting during Christmas time and being able to try all these. And it was a time where he was really big into it. He loved it. So
I was kind of like my question, like how was he was totally into drinking and tasting
as he got older, into tasting and drinking different whiskeys, and I wasn't in it at all at the time. Like I wasn't a big bourbon guy at the time. This was a long time ago. And he, we would go and we would drink. We would do it specifically during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And he was a big fan of the smoky type stuff, and so it reminded me when I was with Brad and I was with Knobs Creek, the one that we had reminded me a ton of that.
Really?
The one that I chose.
Oh yeah.
The one that he really liked,
That's
and
awesome.
and it stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I won't forget that that moment. Lined up in my aunt and uncle's house. I think there was about 8 of them, and it was different. There was a Irish whiskey, there was bourbon, there was a ton of different things.
Right.
And
So Grandpa liked to indulge a little
he
bit.
did like to indulge. As he got older, he liked to indulge. And he liked the smoky one. And honestly, we went with smoky, didn't we? Or did we not?
We picked 2, and
We
we
picked
went with
2.
one because of the story. We definitely went with that one. Right?
Yeah.
We ended up picking 2.
Yeah, we did. But the memory that I had of it was that I was not a big smoky guy at the time.
Yeah.
I was way younger at the time.
Right.
But he reminded me of the smoky version. And I don't know if I told you this, but I took that. Do you remember the what would you call it? The tester thing that they brought us?
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
tester
Little
case,
sample
yeah.
kit. Yeah.
The sample kit. That was it. And I took that for that Christmas. I don't think I ever told you this. I took that for that Christmas with my family that I did the testing with. That I did the tasting with before he passed away.
Wow.
Oh,
I took
cool,
that
man.
test that we did it. Was it at Quill's? Where were we at?
We were at
With the
we were
Knobs
at
Creek-
Butchtown Breakfast Place.
Butchtown Breakfast.
Yeah, Butchtown Kitchen.
So I took that testing thing, the same exact spot, Brad, that I showed you that picture of the 8 bourbons. I did with my family that Christmas.
Hell yeah,
with
man.
the same exact thing.
Dude, that's
and
beautiful.
and I can't I'm not remembering. I think I think we chose the smoky one, but when I took that it was literally the same counter that I showed you that picture
Cool, man.
from. They hadn't left yet, and it was fucking powerful for me. It
Yeah,
was
man.
powerful because me
Sure.
and my grandfather were like this, and when I got to do that with Brad and with Knobs Creek, right?
Yeah.
That was for me a special moment because
That's incredible.
that's what it's for me. It's what it's about.
That's right.
So Beam Centauri set that up for us, and we met at a breakfast spot because Danny, you were actually flying out that day. You
Yeah.
were leaving that morning, so here we are tasting
Those guys are
bourbons at like
awesome.
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was
Everybody else is
early.
eating bagels and cream cheese, and we're over here just
what are they
slamming
doing?
bourbons. Right? But
just how Grandpa used to do it.
Yeah.
But I
8
remember that
a.m.
because doing these bourbon tastings, I like them because I
Yeah.
like bourbon, right? I like being involved in it, and it was exciting for me. But that moment stopped me because I was involved in the story, right? And I think that, you took it home because you were flying. You probably took it home that day,
Yeah.
and you flew out.
I
that
did.
day. Yeah, you were flying out that day.
Yeah.
That's
while we
And then I took it from there to San Francisco, which is where we did that
Right.
tasting.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
brushing our teeth with bourbon that morning. It was pretty
That's
awesome.
it. Fucking early, man.
That's-
8:30. Had a coffee and a little.
I don't even think we had coffee, man. I think it was
you're
just
right. We didn't. We went straight
we
bourbon.
rinsed
You're
it with
right.
water and
You're
moved
right.
on to the next.
You're right.
Danny got to Louisville. He's like, I am absolutely going to do all of the Louisville things. We will start
it.
drinking at 8 a.m.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. Butchertown was great about that, by the way.
But
They
then
were
there was also another story about that bourbon that you ended up at the 3rd Street Kroger,
Oh.
and you ended up
wow.
signing the
yeah.
bottleneckers in that store.
Oh, cool.
So from that same bottle, he went
Yeah.
in there and he goes, "I'll just sign these for you."
Yeah.
I like
true.
the fact that he
That's
said really at first, kind of like, huh.
I
There was a
was
lot
trying
of
to make
whiskey
sure I
that day.
remembered. We had a lot of bourbon that morning.
No, but they ended up making these bottleneckers for it with a soccer ball, and it had
Yeah, I was gonna
Danny's
say it was
name
like
on
a
it.
little wood
wood soccer ball, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
awesome.
those.
Yeah,
I did
signed all of them.
Man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
now I know if I see any of those out there, I'm gonna grab them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
still see any floating around.